Hey, as you can tell, we're not in the garage. We've traveled out here to Marion to Travis Bishir's barbershop, and we're here with.
Victor Quiroga.
How we doing, Victor?
Doing great, honestly. Thanks for having.
Glad you would let us even in your shop. I know we don't have much to cut, but we're really happy that you let us come in and talk to you. So, how long have you been wanting to cut hair, man?
Well, it's been about 6, 7 years now. I have been cutting hair. Started off just living in Texas, and just kind of went from there. Had a buddy that I saw inspired me, and I just wanted to I really wanted to do it. I really wanted
Make this your career?
to make this my career, and
Yeah.
I love making people happy, and I love giving them great haircuts.
Well, that's awesome, Victor. You guys are kind of in a very busy spot here, aren't you?
Yeah, it's starting to actually pick up. We're starting to get walk-ins a lot more lately, and
Yeah.
it's been really picking up.
It's all about location, right?
Yep, location is key in
Yeah.
this business, so it's been really good.
Well, so you guys take a lot of walk-ins.
Sure do. Starting to actually get hectic now. Starting to get a little more crazy, but just trying to get everybody in there at a great time.
Awesome, man. Awesome. It's really nice in here. You guys got a nice vibe. I really do dig what you've done here. Who's been the brainchild of this? Who thought this up?
Well, I can honestly say Travis came up with the whole
Concept?
Downtown Barber Lounge.
Yeah.
But me and him kind of just worked together to get where we're at right now, and he really helped me get in a great position
Sweet.
to really express how I feel about what I do. So being able to cut hair and being able to help people it's been a blessing.
Okay, Victor. Well, let's talk about that. How'd you and Travis link up?
Well, I actually was working at ResCare, and I'm still currently working there.
Okay.
Just trying to make a dollar, and so like I said, I love helping people. So I ended up going to ResCare, and it led me to getting into the shop on Factory Avenue, and the shop over there. I happened to just I was working with a buddy, and we had to go get we had to go get the guy's haircuts, and
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, like, man, I really want to do this. You know what I mean? It kind of like hurt a little bit. It kind of stung. You know what I mean? So I ended up going with him. Ended up walking into the shop over there on Factory Avenue, and I asked him. I said, hey, I see you got an open chair there. I was like, you got a room, you got a spot for somebody? And he was like, yeah, you know anybody that cuts hair? And I was like, yeah, I got somebody, it's me. And so we kind of started, we kind of just started laughing, and it was just kind of went from there. Got a spot. He tried me out. Did a haircut. He liked it, and from there we just worked on getting people to show up there, and started getting signs and doing the most that we could.
Yeah.
So he helped me out a lot throughout this journey, and we're here today. So it was just kind of destiny.
Okay.
I happened to just go in there, and it was just destiny to me.
Right place, right time.
Right place, right time.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Sweet, man. I dig that. I dig that.
Yep. Oh well, I just wanted to really let everybody know that there came a time in my life where I couldn't even afford a haircut. So I just really it drew me to want to do that, to want to do this more, and also make an affordable price for all these kids out here. I mean, it's hard enough out here with all the inflation and the way things are going. So I feel like us having affordable prices or make all these kids happy, make sure they go to school. There was a time where I got made fun of for a haircut. You know what I mean? So just because of the fact that I couldn't do it or didn't know how to, but it really helps whenever you got an affordable price for the kids.
Yeah.
And especially adults and parents that are out there trying to really make their kids look good every day, and
Yeah.
so I feel like that's a huge thing that that we try to bring, and we try to give back. I say that there's a man walking past here that looks like he's having a bad day. You know, I'm gonna uplift his spirits. I'm gonna give him a free haircut. You know what I mean? I love blessing people, and
That's awesome.
There comes a time where you just got to give. You know, and I feel like that's what we're about. We're about giving, and we're about making people happy, and also giving them a great service. So
I've seen a kid have low self-esteem because of the way his hair looks or the shoes he's got on. It's people like you that can make a difference for, especially the beginning of a school year. I'm telling you right now, you send a kid into his first day of school looking fresh cut. You can see it. You can see a different swag to him.
Yep, 100%. And that's what I feel like as well. I feel like we just want to really want to give back to the community, and I mean, I feel like that's a huge thing that a lot of places need to just really try to do. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of hate in this world already as it is. So I feel like you just bringing people up every day just makes the world go round.
Dude, that's truth right there. I like that. I like that. Hey, we're here with the shop mascot. Introduce yourself, man.
My name's Wayne Schaefer.
Wayne Schaefer, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I'm a truck driver. I work at J-Trans.
All right.
Spend a lot of time on the road.
Okay.
Come in here Thursdays, Fridays, hang out with my friends. You know, Travis been cutting my hair for about 8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah, weekly, every Friday. Yes, sir. I get to interact with a lot of clients, you know. I come in here, hang out, because basically my plan B is to be a barber, you know.
Okay.
When the time for me to stop driving is going to be. So I just hang out here and interact with the customers, man. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I feel like this is kind of a trial run for me to see how.
Like an apprenticeship.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I wish it was that easy, but
Yeah.
unfortunately it's not. You know what I mean? You got to go to school, go to a barber school or something like that. And I wish it was just as simple as me being in here, hanging out with Travis and Victor and learning the way, but unfortunately it's not.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I see your beard's all manicured and stuff. Did he do that for you?
Yeah, Travis does do that
Oh,
for me.
wow,
Yes, sir.
man. It looks
Yes, sir.
clean.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work that goes into this.
Yeah. Well, I know you was over there sitting, listening to me talk to Victor.
Yes, sir.
What's the craziest thing you've seen in the barbershop? If
Hey,
you want to share.
Well, like I said, man, there's a lot of different personalities that come through this door, and the conversations that we have could be from financial conversations to, you know, who's cheating on who. You know what I mean? You just never really know.
Yeah.
You just don't know what you're gonna get in this room here, man.
Yeah, you have some guy in here trying to get you to buy penny stocks and stuff.
I wouldn't say that crazy. We do get people in here that ask us if they could wash the windows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We had one in here that was trying to lick the windows one time. And,
Lick it clean?
oh yeah, she was trying to lick it clean, man. So that's probably like that's probably like the craziest thing, man, that we've seen in here, man.
Teddy's windshield's got bugs all over it, man.
Hey, I'm sure some
Page,
I'm sure-
pager. We're in the 80s, man.
yeah. I'm sure if we sit here too long, some crackhead will be up there licking the windshield.
Teddy, did you set the alarm, bub? So you said you were a truck driver, man. How long you been doing that?
15 years.
15 years. That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
The world, this country needs their truck drivers.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
but you know,
put your time in, right?
I have all over the road, man. I can't do that home daily stuff. I've tried it. You know, it's a different kind of grind. I don't really feel like I sleep well when
Yeah.
I'm home every night because I'm used to working 70 plus hours a week. You know, and
now you're trying to be in here with Travis and Victor,
Yeah.
making Grant County beautiful.
yeah, absolutely, it's a good vibe in here, man, for sure.
All right, yeah. I definitely enjoy it. Hey, thanks for sitting down and talking with us.
I appreciate you having me
you,
on, my man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, now it's my turn. I've got the owner of the shop here, Travis Bishir. Now, if you look, I just got a straight razor cut from Travis, and it's pretty smooth. I got my shoes on, and who knows what else. So, you know, that's the way we roll sometimes. Travis, thanks for letting us do this. We
Hey,
appreciate
you're welcome,
it.
Ted. You're welcome.
This place looks awesome.
Thanks, brother.
You guys put a lot of work into it, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Okay. How long did it take you to get it ready?
It didn't take very long, man. We put a purchase agreement in October, closed on it in November. We did not do a lot in December because of the holidays.
Right.
You had Christmas, New Year's. My birthday's in December. So we really hit it hard in January. We hit it January and February, and we opened it the first week of March.
Yep.
The first week of March, we had our C of O. So the certificate of occupancy come
Okay.
through, and it passed, and we didn't play. So
Yep.
as soon as RJ down at the city of Marion, as soon as he wrote me that golden ticket,
Right.
I called Victor, I called my cousin Bub. I said, hey, are you guys ready to roll? They said, why, what happened? I said, we passed. So within 20 minutes, we were back at Factory Avenue, loading everything up. That was around 10:30. We were open for business
Yep.
by noon, same
Wow.
day.
So, how long have you been doing this?
I've been in the game now. I was in barber school 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I graduated barber school 9 years ago. I walked through this door. I joined Mr. Phil Drake. I learned a lot about barbering and running a business from him. I cut here for 7 years, and we got 2 accidents that happened on the north wall. So a guy went through the wall right behind you, and then somebody really came through
Right.
on the northwest corner.
I remember that, and that's so Phil's retired now, right?
Phil, last I knew, he was cutting in Anderson for a couple days a week,
Okay.
but other than that, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably just retired, enjoying some family time. He's
Yep.
got some older girls that are now living their life, and his wife, so I'm sure he's doing what he can do.
And he did it for a long time too, correct?
Yeah, he did. So Phil put in almost 11 years down here. He opened Nebraska Street Barbershop, so this is Downtown Barber Lounge. He was Nebraska Street Barbershop owner, and he had it for going on 11 years. He resurrected it in 2010 when Mr. Paulmeyer passed away, and he had a very solid business going
Right.
when I joined him. So for
Yep.
Phil, I'm very grateful for that
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, he was a good man. That's,
Oh, yeah.
And that's but the location. This-
Location's everything. You know, you guys probably hear cars passing in the background. You'll hear ambulances. There's people walking. Next door, we finally got some business going on at the Old Days Video. It looks like there's going to be a laundromat on one side. Rumor has it there's going to be a grocery on the other side. So I can be lazy now. I don't have to take my barber towels home every single day. I can walk across the street, put them in the front loaders,
There you
and
go.
I can do my grocery shopping at the same
There
time.
you
So that
go.
I'm looking forward to.
Perfect. And that's okay. Let's talk a little bit about your clientele. what's the youngest that you guys have coming?
Oh, I'll cut them straight out of the womb. You know, as long as they'll sit here, hey, a 20's a 20, you know? So they can sit here, they can cry, I'll put them in a headlock, I'll get them a fade, I'll do whatever I've got to do. But no, one of the youngest ones I would say probably around 6 months or so.
Really?
Yep, 6 months.
Man, her hair grows that fast?
Yep, youngins.
Wow.
I love the kids, man. So innocent,
I
so
know
pure.
you do.
Some of my favorite stories come from the kids.
Uh-huh.
So I've got one to share for you when you're ready for it.
Well, go ahead while we're talking about that right now.
This little fella was sitting right over where you were, and he's looking over at me. Now, keep in mind, Mom has 5 boys. Okay, even though we're one of the most affordable barbershops in town. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and claim it. We are the most affordable with quality barbershop in town.
Yep.
This little kid's sitting over here. The 3 older brothers got their hair cut, and he's sitting there. He's like, "Mom, why can't I come to this barber?" And she says, "Well, babe, I'm your barber." So literally 15 seconds goes by, and then he's like, "I want to go to this barber. My barber sucks." So I looked up. Mom started laughing. I started laughing. The kids are great.
Yeah.
I love the kids. They're our future. I absolutely love them.
They are, and then I'm sure you've got your weekly regulars.
Plenty of them. Plenty of them. I've been 100% blessed when it comes to the clients, when it comes to my clientele. They followed me everywhere. Mm-hmm. And when I say everywhere, I've been in a lot of locations in just a couple years. Yeah. Like I said, I was here for 7 years. Building got hit. I didn't know what I was going to do. I directed everybody to my house on a Friday and a Saturday, and I quickly was like, this isn't going to work, because the kids got home from school and they were home. Right. You know, they wanted to eat their snacks on the dining room table, and meanwhile, I'm like, dude, I've got some clients to take care of. I don't know what to do. Dogs barking in the background. It was just chaotic. So that only lasted 2 days. 2 days. And then I go over, so Susan Hutchins, she owns the 5-Star Salon and Barbershop. Used to be 5-Star Salon and Barbershop. Now it's just 5-Star Salon. Right. I'm pretty sure I made her mad, you know. But no, anyways, I was grateful to get a spot in there. I had a little itty-bitty little nook there, but my clients followed me there. And then I wanted to go out and do my own thing. So I got on at Factory Avenue. I rented that spot out there, made a little barbershop there. Right. I barbered there for about 1.5 years. Everybody followed me there. But the thing is I had to grow. You know, when Victor came into the shop, I was fine being a one-man show. Right. I was appointment only. Somebody walked through the door. It's like, oh, you can get on the books, but I'm booked today, you know, or I'm booked this whole week. But so Victor joined me, which allowed us to be able to open that up to walk-ins and take care of a lot more people. So we can now take care of people on a daily basis. You know, if you wake up, you look in the mirror, you're like, I want my hair cut, let's go. Come on, we got you. Victor's got you 100%. And then my son is now enrolled in barber school. So he will start barber school when his junior year, which is this coming year. So in August, he will be going to barber school. I needed a spot for him. So when we got this building, we got 85 foot worth of building. Right. And we're currently sitting in what you guys see now is just 22 foot of the building. It goes way, 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 way back. What we're going to do with it, I don't know. But it's not going to be a drive-through barbershop. That's what I do know. So don't hit that side.
Perfect. Yeah, because I talked to Eli just the other day, you know, he was talking about barber school, and that's, you got somebody still in high school and they already know what they want to do. Hey, kudos to kids like that, and that's...
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's one of the reasons I told him, I said, look, I strongly encourage it. I did not push it on him. He brought it to me, okay? He job shadowed me. A couple times a year, actually, is what he does. Why not just come hang out with Dad? Right. So that's the funny thing about it is the very first time that he job shadowed me, I said, well, bub, you seen what I do, so what do you think? He goes, man, you really don't do anything at work, do you? And I was like, that's all you learned? He was like, no, that's not all I learned. He goes, I learned KFC opens up at 11. I'm like, boy, you can be a barber then. You know everything you need to know now. But no, we're excited to have him in. And another thing that I had recently done is I partnered with Madison Grant. So vocational school around here, everybody knows as Tucker. Right. Yep. So Madison Grant goes through, they can either do Tucker or they can do Hines over in Elwood. Right. So Hines partnered up with Amber's Beauty and Barber. Okay. So I presented to Madison Grant where I'm going to sponsor one kid per year, 100% paid for, to go to Amber's Beauty and Barber. Wow,
that's awesome.
Just because I know this changed my life. Yeah. So if it can change anybody else's, that's my goal.
Wow. That's pretty awesome that you're going to do that. That's a small business giving back.
100%. Like I said, I'm fortunate, I'm blessed, so if I can share, I'm going to share.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, I believe. Conrad and I believe in that as well, you know. And just now let's talk about what's the style now for teenage kids? What's the hairstyle?
The teenage kids look like alpacas, man. They literally look like llamas. It's faded real short on the side and just long and messy on top. The perms, it's crazy. Everybody's walking around looking like Justin Timberlake. The Patrick Mahomes look is huge.
Yep.
It's wild. It's a lot of fun to do them, but yeah, they're not my favorite. But I'll do them.
And that's you notice that too. And then like my stepson, he decided to get his hair bleached blonde now, and you know what?
That was after cutting it himself.
That was an emergency. I remember that day.
100%.
I got pictures while I was at work of him trying to cut his own hair, and
I told him, I said, Curtis, you're lucky I love you, bro.
my wife had to call Travis and say, hey, we got an emergency. So he got him right in that day and fixed him up. But but it's now we're seeing all these kids doing that to their hair with that bleach blonde look. It's like he was showing me pictures the other day. It's like, see what you started.
It's wild, isn't it? It's just
Man.
all the trends just keep,
They do.
they keep going in full circle. One of the big things in Miss Inawall, somebody will start something and they follow.
I know.
Buzz cuts. Buzz cuts just started happening last summer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're everywhere.
Yeah, and that's why I try.
All the old fads go full circle.
They do. I'm waiting on where you pull your tube socks back up your knee and you wear short shorts again. That hadn't made it back yet. But,
You can do that if you want, Ted.
yeah. I don't know what my wife would think about that. She gave me a hint last week because I had the little goat thing hanging down here,
She said it was time for that to go.
She looked at me one day. She said, "You ever think about going back to goatee?" And I knew right then. Okay, I know what she wants me to do. So, happy wife, happy life, right?
Hey, happy house, happy spouse. That's how it should be.
You're right. But now, like I said, we talked about the styles now, which the age difference. And that's like, Conrad and I talked about it. I talked with Eli about it the other day. I'm like, well, one of the questions I have to ask is, you guys are like psychologists. I mean, if you're a barber, you're a beautician, you're a bartender, you guys hear it all.
All day long, every day.
But you guys also have to know how to respond.
100%. One of the things that I've learned is, well, A, what happens in the barbershop stays in the barbershop.
Right.
So what I had to learn, though, is I had to learn that a lot of the times people it'll seem like they want advice, but all they really want to do is they just want you to listen.
Yeah.
So what you got to do is you got to ask them, hey, do you want advice or did you just want to talk?
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, I get lucky because they just wanted to talk. So I'm
Right.
like, phew, and
Yep.
bit the bullet on that one. I don't have to say anything because I don't have the best advice, But what I tell everybody all the time is I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you that.
That's right. I agree. You're not always right.
But I'm never wrong.
You're never wrong. We have to mark that down. Put that in our quotes. I like that. But, yeah, like I said, because, I don't know. I'm sure people let their emotions out sometimes, too. Whether it's anger or sadness or, boy, I don't know.
You never know. One of the things that we see a trend is if a family member passes away, they want a haircut. They want a haircut. They just want to come in. They know it's good vibes. We typically have music on, or we're watching the Cubs lose nonstop. So it all depends. But they find comfort in here.
Yep.
They find comfort. They can talk to us. I've got a very good relationship with 98% of my clients. Mm-hmm. I can look at my day tomorrow and see exactly who I have, and I know what we're going to talk about. I'm going to ask them how their vacation was, how their son are, what they're doing in summer break, but they also know a lot about me,
right,
and my family at the same time because we bonded like that.
Yeah, and that's true.
They've spent a long time with me. They've spent almost 10 years with me, so we've got to know each other quite a bit.
And speaking of family, let us know a little bit about your family.
So my family, I've got 2 kids. I've got my son is 16. He's going into his junior year. What are we at? He's 12 days away from driving, so that's its own kind of worries on its own. And my daughter, she's a typical daughter, typical teenage girl, 13-year-old know-it-all.
Yep.
So, So other than that, my kids are the reason I do everything that I do.
Right.
You know, a lot of the times it's very, very, very hard to get in here in the afternoon appointments after school hours.
Right.
And I just tell people all the time, it's like, look, I'm sorry, but my number one job is to be a dad.
Yep.
My number one job is to be at my boy's baseball games
Uh-huh.
or his golf matches, which he didn't invite me to this year. I'm imagining it was probably because he was terrible. So sorry, Eli. Love you, boy. And then my daughter, she's played basketball. You know, she's playing basketball.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I've seen you at a lot
Yep.
while you were watching your granddaughter.
Uh-huh.
And that's my number one job. My number one job is to provide for them and be there for them because that's what they're going to remember.
Right.
No client 10 years from now is going to know that they're not going to stop and think, you know what, Trav, work me in at 6 o'clock. But my daughter's going to know. Matter of fact, she'll tell you right now. She were in here telling you, she would say the funniest thing about it is the away games that were far away,
Uh-huh.
I was on time for, if not early.
Right.
But the home games, I was walking in halftime. I was always late. Come on, explain that one. She said, Dad, explain that. I said, I can't, babe. But I'm there.
Yeah,
She
that's
noticed.
right.
She noticed I was there.
And
And that's
that
what's important. So they're definitely the most important thing to me.
It is, you know. I hear a lot of parents at youth ball games and stuff say, my kid could care less whether I was here or not. That's not true.
That's not true.
They know when you're there. They know when you're not there. Whether you think they're spying you out in the crowd or not. They know.
And that's the thing. They won't tell you, hey,
Right.
Dad, I'm glad you showed up.
Mhm.
But they'll tell you, hey, Dad, where were you?
Yeah, that's right.
I noticed you weren't there.
Mhm.
You weren't at that ball game.
Yep,
Where were you? What was more important?
right. And
They won't hear it. I won't hear that from them.
no, you
Nope.
won't. That's a fact of life. That's the way it's been. But you know, we're on sports right now. I mean, you know, how cool is it for Grant County right now?
Yeah, Grant County's doing amazing.
You got three baseball
The
teams.
baseball
that
teams
just won
they're
the
on
sections.
fire, man.
And that's
A lot of good pitching in the area, though. I sat down with a young man the other day, just a couple days ago, and he's an Oak Hill pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about, some of the pitchers. Dylan over at Miss Cinewall.
Yeah.
The dude is amazing. He's
Yep.
a freaking giant,
yeah, he is.
but he's amazing at what he does. Matter of fact, he's one of my clients. He
Wow.
comes in. I love the man.
Yep.
So, but yeah, the ball teams are doing great. They're doing great. I'm rooting for them.
And that I'm sure that's always an interesting topic to talk about, sports. Is that like the number one thing people talk about?
That is, to be honest with you, yeah, that is 100%. I'm not a basketball guy. I don't
Right.
watch NBA, right? But I found myself watching the Pacers in the playoffs just for something to talk about,
Right.
But and I try not to let my teams be known. My teams are all terrible. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a Bears fan. I'm a born loser. So once they find that out, they give me hell for it all the time.
Yeah, Conrad, he likes a terrible baseball team too. You know, he likes the Yankees. I don't know why, but that's
I won't hold it
that's
against him.
Conrad.
I'm glad you're the one interviewing me then.
But like I said, we appreciate you letting us do this.
Oh, it's not a problem, man. It was great having you.
It looks great in here. Let everybody know what your hours are.
So the hours are Monday through Friday. We're a Monday through Friday crew. I'll walk through the door around 8:30, and I'm here till around 5. I take my last cut at 5:30. The best thing that you can do is go to downtownbarberlounge.com. That shows you all my availability. That way you don't have to wonder if I'm in shop or not. If it's there, I'm here.
Okay.
Matter of fact, since you asked that, there was one time now in the past 10 years where I had to take a day off, and that day disgusts me. I was super ill. I woke up. I was so cold. I was shivering. I canceled my morning appointments, and I text my afternoon ones. I said I'm going to try to make it in there. So I woke up at 7:30 to get ready for work. I fell out at 7:45 in the morning after I texted everybody, and I texted everybody back, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So that one day sickens me.
Yep, and that's whether it's work or it's a habit you have. You miss a day, it's like.
It was a Friday, and Wayne is my every Friday. So
Yeah.
I text him, and Wayne texts me back, and he goes, "You must feel terrible."
Yeah, if you can't, and that's now is that something else you got to worry about? Keeping yourself pretty healthy. 'Cause
Yeah, 100%. Because I don't want to take it home to my kids.
Right.
If I take it home to my kids, they're missing school. If I get it, I can't work.
Yep.
That's part of why schooling's so intense is because we've got to know the safety precautions, and we're taking care of the general public.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in customer service, whether people realize it or not.
Right.
So I don't want to get sick.
Yep.
So I always say all the time, like, if you are sick, reschedule. If you have pink eye, don't bring it to me.
Right.
If you've got anything, and especially headlights. If you got headlights, stay out of the shop because then we're shut down for 24 hours while we're disinfecting everything.
Okay.
So just stay out and we'll get you. We'll get you. So
wow.
The general public, dealing with the general public, man. Sometimes it's like jumping through hoops. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I would not rather be doing anything else.
Right, and that's awesome. And now while we're on health real quick, we were going to end it, but I got more now. The COVID year. What was that like?
COVID was brutal yet beautiful at the same time.
Really?
Yeah. So, I got the phone call from Phil that we had to shut down. So I reapplied back at Walmart Distribution Center. I had to put food on the table. Mm-hmm. So they welcomed me back with arms wide open. I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do.
Right.
My boss, he even asked me after I, resigned from there again the second time around. He said, "When did you hate it, Trav?" I said, "Day one." As soon as I slid that time card.
Yep.
Soon as I was around the other workers, and that mentality, it just sucks the soul right out of you. So day one, I hated it, but I knew I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
But I had the time of my life during COVID.
Yep.
Stayed at home. I'm an introvert naturally, which is weird that I'm, an extrovert in here with the public, but I'm naturally an introvert. I want to be at home. All my money goes into my home.
Right.
So why would I not want to be there? So we cooked out. We hung out till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. every single morning. And then the weekends, I just went to work for a little bit.
Yep.
But it was kind of nice. So it was almost like a 2.5 month vacation.
Yep.
So it wasn't bad. But COVID really dictated the way that the shop ran moving forward. Okay? Because we were doing walk-ins and appointments. Mm-hmm. With a heavy appointment load, trying to squeeze walk-ins in. But so due to contact tracing, we were forced to go appointment only.
Okay.
And once I went appointment only 100%, and I didn't have to worry about people in here looking at me like, "Hey, when can you get me? When can you get me? Can you get me now? Can you get me now?"
Right.
My anxiety went way down.
Really?
Yeah, way down, just because I knew what was coming and I knew what was going. I knew I had one in the chair and I knew I had one on the way.
Right.
So I was like, woosah. So yeah, COVID was a blessing in disguise.
Okay. Awesome. Now, you guys also sell some swag up here, right?
Yeah, we do. We got some merch. So we got some snapbacks. We ran through about 30 of these within a matter of 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I was at the post office the other day sending 2 of them out to New Mexico.
Wow.
We got some bucket hats behind me here. We got some T-shirts being delivered tomorrow.
Okay.
We ran out of our first batch of T-shirts. I think I started off with 24 bucket hats. I think I'm down to 10.
Wow.
So, yeah, the snapbacks, they're the popular ones, though. They're super high quality.
Yep.
Love them. So I don't make a dime off of them. Don't want to make a dime off of them. I just want this little skull, this bearded skull everywhere.
Yep.
So if you see this bearded skull, I want you to just instantly think Downtown Barber Lounge.
There you go. Awesome. Well, this has been great. Something different for us. We like going out and about and doing this every now and then. Like I said, we appreciate you. We appreciate what you do. And you got a couple good guys over here. Great place, great location. We wish you the best of luck. And thanks again for having us, Travis.
Hey, thank you, man.
And that's it. We'll talk to you next time.